What up, y'all? I'm back with another review, and I'm here to review an album that dropped a week from now. It'll be a year since it dropped. This album dropped in January of 2021. Arlo Parks, Collapsed in Sunbeams. I actually remember hearing this album when it had dropped, but I wanted to um, spend more time with it because I knew I was going to review it. Uh, I didn't think it would be pretty much a year later. I mean, I've been listening to it throughout the year last year because just as a reminder to, um, well, not just because as a reminder to keep listening to it, but just because I liked it so much. So I knew I was going to review it anyway. And yeah, the tops of everything in 2021 is going to happen. Um, EPs will probably be next. I already have that written on OKThough.com, or at least drafted. But as far as having the actual video up, I will do that along with top songs, albums, and all that, like usual. I know I didn't upload a lot in 2021 or 2020, actually. So 2022, it's going to be a not uploading just for the sake of uploading, but at least uploading what as usual, what I like, and think deserves a review, at least in video form. There are a lot more um, There are a lot more reviews that I have that are on my that are on OKThough.com. Let's go ahead and get right into this, though. The first track, the title track, Collapse in Sunbeams. It's a very beautiful, under a minute long poetic ode. There's no name in particular, but it's just an ode to another person, and it's self-produced, so shout out to Arlo for that. The next track is Hurt, and this track is about how well, it could be about Arlo herself, but it could be about another person. I'm guessing it's about another person, and she's just saying that the hurt that the person is holding on to, it won't hurt so much, and it won't be forever as well. There's a very well, not very, but there's like a hint of funk that's added to this track that I really enjoy. The next track is Too Good, which has me bobbing my head and wanting to dance around the house, actually. Heck, around the office, around downtown. Like it's just a nice track. This track is about a person who has feelings for Arlo, but is resisting them, like pushing them away, pushing her away, and just not admitting to their feelings and making it hard. And as it says in the chorus, Arlo says, "Why do we make the simplest thing so hard?" I'm guessing this is what she's alluding to. Like it could be so easy for the person to just admit their feelings for her, but they won't. So they're making it hard. And this person also seems a little too good to be true, from what I understand. Like that's, but not from what I understand. That's actually what Arlo says in the track itself. So, but yeah, it's one of the like. She lucked up, in my opinion. You got one of those. Well, no, because they're making it hard. That's not luck. That's annoying. So the next track, Hope. This track is just expressing how there is hope, pretty much, and how there's actually more than hope, and how you're not alone. And this is another one of those tracks where I'm like, this is for somebody else, but she could be saying it and saying it to herself, or feeling like this track is like for me as well, her specifically. And I feel like this is a track that could be for me. Like this is one of those. This could be any song by pretty much almost any artist. Almost any song by almost any artist, where it's like it sounds like it's for another person, as songs like this tend to be with an artist like Arlo. But it feels like I wouldn't be surprised if the artist is hearing that their own creation and going, this actually applies to me as well. I like the track, of course. I think it applies to me as well. I think it applies to anybody. Like no matter what you're going through, there's hope. There's actually more than hope, and you're not alone. Well, no, some people are. Some people, it's terrible to think about, but some people actually are. But they're not as alone as they think they are. Let me move on. The next track, Caroline. Story, a story of watching. How did she have it? I remember reading this. This is a story of her relaying or recalling an incident that she had seen. It was like a breakup that had happened, and like right in front of Arlo. And come to find out that it was just a recalling of a argument that she saw between, in the song she said, an artsy couple that she only saw 30 seconds of. And she wrote this on a, as she put it, very inspired day. And after some Diablo, after some Diablo, one of those things. And she wrote another song on this album, For Violet. She wrote that on that very inspired day after a little sip of something. So it's not this, of course, with on a very inspired day. And I'm not an artist, but I get that. Like, it could be like just something you log in a journal or something, or if you have a diary, whatever you call it. Sometimes things just fly, like just one after the other. It could be you write it down, you could type it in your phone in a tab. You don't even have to be an artist, like I said, to do something like that. And I'm not gonna act like a little alcohol won't help with that, or THC. So when I heard her say that it was a very inspired day and a little something helped with that, I was like, okay, I get it. It was relatable. The next track, Black Dog. This is one of my favorite tracks on here. Here we have Arlo expressing just how far she would go for this person that she cares deeply about to just make them feel better. And it's the apparency of this person trying so hard, and from what it seems like still going to fail anyway. That person is still going to fail, and it's like, it's breaking Arlo. Like, you can feel it. And I can just imagine that it would. Like, you see I'm not sure exactly what the person's going through, but Arlo wants to help. And the person they're trying. They want to help themselves, but it seems like they're going to fail anyway. So I can imagine that's heartbreaking. Like, the next track, Green Eyes. This track is about Arlo here is expressing empathy for an ex who wasn't secure in their relationship. And Arlo here is being understanding as to why it only lasted 2 months. And to the other person as well, because the looks from others, like judgment and the hatred that the person felt when they were seen out in public. Like, I don't think they wanted to hold hands. She didn't want to hold. I said she because Arlo is a lesbian, I believe. If she's bisexual, I'm not sure, but I know she likes women. I know that. Which, of course, no judgment for me. But yet the judgment and the hate was just getting to the ex. She couldn't take it. So she wasn't secure in a relationship, but for outside reasons. Like, if there was no judgment at all, I'm guessing this would have worked. Either way, it's sad to hear, though, that's still a thing. In 2022. The next track, Just Go. This track, shout out to Arlo here. Like, way to have self-respect, way to have self-esteem. Even with all the memories of the fun that she had with her ex, and her ex is coming. I don't know if it's the same ex or a different ex, but her ex is coming back to her after missing Arlo, and Arlo's just like, just go. And I was like, there you go, good for you, and good for anybody who does that. Lesbian couple, 2 gay men, straight couple, doesn't matter. If you want the other person to just go, you're like, you know what, can't do this anymore, it's better for me. Good on you. Like, do what's best for you. Like, just go. The next track, For Violet, which was the track that second track I had told you about, that she had wrote on that very inspired day after a couple hits of that Diablo. This is a very slow turn was taken here, actually, and it's welcomed. I actually like this. Let me not say actually, like I was expecting to not like it. I welcome changes of pace, but I'm torn on it in a sense though, because it's touching, but the chorus expresses a want to end this relationship, which it doesn't necessarily feel like this track was put here after Just Go to be cohesive necessarily, like to follow that. But it's an interesting place. It comes at an interesting place in the album. Like, if this had happened, if this track was before Just Go, I would have really felt how cohesive that would. That would have felt really cohesive to me. But still, I really like this track though. Now the next track, Eugene. This song was written for a straight girl who was in a relationship with a guy named Eugene, and this person, that girl is Arlo's friend, and it's kind of bittersweet for Arlo because she's happy, I'm sure, to see her friend in a loving relationship, but at the same time, it's sweet and heartbreaking because Arlo likes the girl, and they've been friends since, like, I think Arlo said 13, and I believe Arlo now is like 22. No, 21, and this album dropped last year, so Arlo was 20 at the time. So she's known this girl for over 7 years. And they're really good friends and everything, and yes, she's happy with Eugene, but she hates Eugene because she has a crush on her friend. And I don't know if the friend knows or not, and I don't remember if that was said or not, I mean, if that was expressed or not. Now the next track, Bluish. I will say this is my least favorite track on here. It's not bad at all, but it's just not doing it for me like the other tracks. It's about Arlo pretty much feeling smothered and never getting a chance to miss this person. And yeah, she is just feeling smothered. Like, and she feels like I shouldn't have to ask for space. I should just get it. And like, you coming over at like 2 a.m. and all this shit, it's like, what the fuck? So she's feeling bluish. That's why the title was called that, because it's like you're being suffocated, like, and I'm turning bluish now because of this. And the last track, Portrait 400. This was a great last track. I really enjoyed this. Like, the vibe and everything, it's just beautiful, beautiful like the film itself, like the Portrait 400, which the track is likely named after for what it captures. And I've seen those. It does capture beauty, like nothing particularly beauty, but just the capturing itself makes what it captured beautiful. Like this track, like, so it's fitting. I like that. That's really fitting. And yeah, this is also Arlo talking about just love, but love in the presence of that special someone, like that type of thing. I really enjoyed the instrumentation here, and like I said, as an outro track, it just feels right. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I really, really, and this is the thing about albums like this. I don't dislike songs about love. I don't dislike R&B, soul, or all that. I don't dislike it at all. It's just only certain artists pull it off for me anymore, like Georgia Smith, Tinashe, SZA, what's my girl, Solange. Now I can add all of this because she pulls it off well. Oh, I'd really like to see her freaking work with Georgia Smith if she already hasn't. But I'd like to see it again. Why not? She worked with Loyal Carner, or is it Carner Loyal? She worked with the Carner Loyal brothers. I saw that when I was looking at the details of this album for a specific track when I was on Genius. But yeah, like, I give this album an 8 out of 10. Like, I really enjoyed it. Like, the subject, she pulled it off there. It's like I said, it's not something that I usually listen to. It's not that I have anything against it, but few people pull it off. Few artists pull that off for me, like with these kind of subjects and going into such detail about them. The instrumentation, like I said, like everything. Almost half of this album was released in 2020. Actually, I did not realize that until I did some further digging on the background behind these tracks. But that's the thing I do about the background. I write what I feel, but then when I find out the background, the background on them. I'll add a little something about that I learned into it. But as far as my notes, that's just me and what I feel about the track. I wouldn't feel right if I just heard something and read about it, because then I feel like all my thoughts would be what I read about it. It wouldn't feel as authentic to me. So I always go to Genius after getting the review written, at least. But yeah, like I said, the instrumentation, Arlo's voice, her delivery, the raw detail, the vivid imagery that she's painting for me through her storytelling and the subject matter itself, the relatableness. There's nothing bad about this track to me. I will say though, with a track like Bluish and tracks like Bluish and For Violet, I don't mind them at all. But if Bluish would have came before Just Go, and if For Violet would have came before, I think so. Yeah, if For Violet would have just came before Just Go, and like Bluish was before For Violet or after For Violet, as long as those tracks came before Just Go, I would have really enjoyed that. It would have felt more cohesive. But the tracks at the same time, they don't feel out of place, even though I do notice, in my opinion, where they might have fit better. But Arlo did a great job here. 8 out of 10. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below, and what you think about my review on it. Be sure to hit the like button if you like this review. Share the review. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and like the content that you see. It's been a while since I recorded one of these reviews. I'm not just because it's taken me a while to get reviews out, that does not mean I'm giving up. I'm done doing it. Like, if I'm ever done doing it, I'll let you guys know. I won't just stop. I won't just stop. But yeah, all that stuff. Like, share, subscribe, all that. Let me know what you think. If you haven't heard, listen to it. Come back. Let me know what you think. And what you think about my review. And that's pretty much it. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all next time.